Good morning. Intuitive Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Well as can be expected during whatever it is as the world turns. Are you choosing your turns or are you being tossed? Most people are getting tossed. But then when they realize they're getting tossed, they're choosing to be in a toss of the tosses so that they can expel whatever it is that's going on energetically, mentally, emotionally, and physically. You still got to deal with your day-to-day energetic bumper cars, but we are here to burn off all of the old and release it. And the best way that we know how is physical avatars. We may not understand it, so we say, I'm sick. And we accept, I'm sick. We also use that as our legitimate excuse to lay it all down and have nobody in the external world interrupt us because sick time needs rest time. So it's like a permission slip to check out and allow your body to do the autoclave work that it needs to do. To literally get in there and disinfect, to sanitize all things that you have carried forth with you in this mental, emotional, and physical body. Because everything's still coming through the energetic body, but it is stifled in the bodies that have density, more density. So yesterday I had a friend on the table I haven't seen in a while, and I said, let's catch up on all life after the session. In the meantime, let's get into the session. And there was once or twice when she said, oh, I was so sick. I was so sick. And I said, well, that's interesting. I'm being called to work on your lymphatics to help to move those along. Oh my gosh, I had a fever for 9 days and I kept getting messages that she was literally autoclaving, burning off and cooking all that didn't serve her so it could be brought into dust material to be released. And then she went on to say, oh my gosh, I was having so many past life experiences coming up and all kinds of things of different lifetimes. And I just kept saying, let it go, because I was just so sick. And then she said, but I knew I was getting downloads. It was upgrades and downloads. And I'm like, yes, indeedy, you were. So then it brought it back to my own experiences, because what? It's always about me, right? Anyway, I was like, I have been feeling so exhausted. I kind of wish I could have laid it all down, had a fever come upon me and do its natural course. But I've always been a slow and steady burner. I very rarely get a fever and I very rarely have to take it down. But I can work my schedule so that I can have REST as often as possible, even if it means stopping for 5-10 minutes to work with my breath, close my eyes, let my body recalibrate. Because your body will calibrate. It will regenerate itself. It is a self-regulating oven. It's what it is. But unfortunately, we get into the fast lane and we're not feeding it things that support that. And so we can get very bogged down and clogged up on all kinds of main pathways and arteries that need to be moving the debris along. So sluggish can be a daily routine for us. So anywho, when I get like this and I know things are going through a transformational period, I allow myself to just go through it. I see where I can lighten my schedule, where I can increase my fluid so I'm near a bathroom so that I can, expel, because you can't get mad at yourself because, oh my gosh, I drank so much fluid, now I have to go to the bathroom. Well, your body's doing what you've asked it to do. So hydrating foods, fruits and vegetables, less dense meats to bog things down. Do energetic grounding versus trying to get grounding from maybe some food sources. But if you need that, by all means, go for it. Last week I had 2 bison burgers and my body asked for it, and literally it melted in my mouth. It was delicious. So ask your body what it needs during these high voltage energetic transformations. Because you're not done, my friends. You brought forth, and yes, you bought into this whole package deal that this was the lifetime you were going to release all things that don't serve you any longer. So it's a way of dissolving and giving forgiveness, love, and blessings without having full source screen awareness to every detail of every root cause of what it is you're going through and why it is that you're going through it. Now, for me physically, it has brought on sheer exhaustion. A snail would win this race if it was next to me. Even though I'm attempting it, I'm just accepting the fact that I'm a little more respiratory. I am a little more sluggish in flow of all my systems because they're saying, hey, slow your pace. We're trying to wring out some stuff for you. Can you try to get a good night's sleep? Could you add a little extra this? Could you sit still, turn all electronics off and disconnect from any incoming so that we could adjust you here, so that you have energy to get through something that you need to attend to in your daily routine that's dutiful. Your job, your job. It could be for other people, could be for places and things within your home, children, relationships, whatever it is, to the external world. You better align your internal world so that you can be the best you can be and exude the most energy and conserve the most energy when need be. And you're not going to know that. You're not going to know how to turn on and off the valves if you don't start having dialogue with the physical, mental, and emotional body. So it's ultimately critical at this particular juncture. Ultimately critical. So if you don't have a few days to lay in the bed and you need to keep moving, you're going to have to adjust your throttle. You just may need to get in that right slower lane and just go just barely the speed limit and avoid any incoming vehicles that may need to get behind you or in front of you for any given reason to get on and off the freeway that you're running as your life. So this is all about being more gentle, getting in the gentle keys. So again, physically very, very tired. Blurry vision. Like I feel like I see well, but when I need to focus on something, I'm like, it's kind of fuzzy. I know my contacts are perfect working order, perfect prescription, but that's also an indicator because in the past, my eyes have always adjusted and I know it and I go through it. And then I can feel physically very, very flu-achish, almost like I was very rarely sick as a child. And when I was, they were doozies for a couple days, and then I'd be up and going. Same thing as an adult. Very rare. Every couple years, I may have to lay it down. So I know when my body's saying, pump those brakes, Sandy, and pump them now. You need to give us regulation time. You need to give us time to adjust. You're burning us out. We can't help you and do all the things that you've asked us to do if you're going to just put full throttle and ignore it and think you can bypass it, because you can't. So fluish symptoms, feeling like 1 minute you're fine, the next minute you're like, man, I can't breathe, and I feel, you know. Sometimes it could be a clogged ear. Sometimes it could just be itchy skin. Sometimes it could be, my gosh, I feel like I peed in 20 times in 1 hour, full bladders. And then a lot of mid-back kidney wincing and feeling very crampy, PMSy. I also had a period of time where I was spotting on postmenopausal, but it wasn't new blood, it was old blood for about 3 weeks. And Spirit said, you're fine. Let it do what it needs to do. I already went to the doctors. I already had the test, because I will never completely and 100% not follow through with all the things I have available to me when I'm being asked to go get something checked out. It happened to be I was in the middle of a physical when I happened to say to my doctor, I've been spotting, but it's old blood. Well, let's go ahead and get a pelvic ultrasound just to rule things out, Sandy. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. While I was on the table, I heard loud and clear, if they don't find anything, you're fine. If they find anything, you're fine. Okay, I'll take it. So I can't expect the cascade of all hormonal receptors to do what they need to do when I'm on full throttle and trying to change lanes and forgetting the destination and the journey through to the destination because I've got blinders on. So this is not the time to hit override in certain aspects. Let memories come up. Let feelings of an overwhelming tearfulness come up for no reason. Let it come up. It's your body bringing things out. And it's going to find its natural orifice to let things out. One thing I will say that helps self-regulate me was I put my phone down when I was waiting for a meeting. I took my shoes off and I stepped out of my car and onto a patch of grass. And I just stood there. I didn't care who was around me. I just stood there, closed my eyes. And let me tell you what, that was like a power reset. Complete power reset by simply placing my bare feet onto the grass and the soil. And then I spread the arch of my foot out, try to get it as close, because I have high arches, close to that ground. Just nestle in there and just rub it and hug it. And then I went on the balls of my feet, the heels of my feet, my toes. And then I just maneuvered my legs and the alignment between the ankles and the knees and my hips, and soft kneed so I could sway a little bit. And it was amazing. And guess what? I had a towel in the back of my car, wiped my feet off, put my shoes back on. I went inside. And the very first thing someone said to me is, you look amazing. I don't know what you're doing, but do it. And I was like, I just grounded before I came in. So if you have an opportunity to do that, now some people don't. And the way Spirit has shown me this, you can literally close your eyes, go into your mind's eye, find a patch of grass, trees, whatever it is. Find it. You could be in a forest standing on pine needles. Doesn't matter. You could be in the desert. Doesn't matter. Visualize your feet in some sort of texture that's on top of Mother Earth, that is part of Mother Earth. And visualize the feeling. Does it feel warm? Does it feel cool? Does it feel prickly? Where is my foot? Is it too arched up? Is it flat? Is it stronger on the outer part of my foot? Are my toes connected? You can do this sitting at your desk. You can do this laying in your bed in the morning if you just don't have the opportunity. Some people live in high rises. Some people are bedridden. Some people just need to touch down. And you can literally, viscerally do this mentally, physically, emotionally, etherically. You can literally take your consciousness onto the platform of Mother Earth. Choose your texture and nestle in it for as long as you choose. And I'm hearing 3 to 5 minutes minimum. And feel it. And then also, every opportunity you have, get your feet out of those shoes. Maybe you need a little rubber mat underneath your desk at work. So you could take your shoes, slide them to the side, and put them on some kind of mat. Maybe you could find a little earthing mat. But something so that your feet aren't on the work floor. I'm hearing cork. Oh, okay. I'm hearing cork. You could get like a little cork board and put there. Okay. Cork is good. And just place your feet there. And let your bones get unstuck from all the crunching we do in shoes. Because it restricts the movement of the feet and the bone. Bones in the feet. Feet and bone is what I was saying. Anyway, Intuitive Tuesday. Tune in. Understand your body's going through changes. Allow it to regulate. Give it rest time. Take your foot off the throttle. Pump the brakes. Slow it down. Bless your water. Run your hand over your food and bless the frequencies so that it can uplift and help to regulate the frequencies that you are currently at. Don't try to overpower your food and then your body's in sluggish mode and then it's like this. Ask it to self-regulate so that it's a better match for your physical, mental, and your emotional, etheric body. So that you're a better match for nutritional support and assimilation. Allow yourself to rest when possible. Allow yourself to let your vocals, your lungs, be very careful with acid reflux right now, because our bodies just kind of want to lock down a little bit. So it's making a lot of things a little sluggish. And don't overstimulate. Last night I had the bright idea. I was scheduled to go take a Pure Barre course just to see if I liked the class, decide if I wanted to join. And let me tell you, I worked intricate muscles and connections that I had to get refamiliar with. So I had to stop a few times during the class and just catch my breath. No judgment on myself, no judgment from others, and just be in it. And I left there feeling pretty damn shaky. A couple hours later, I stretched on the floor. I had a peach for dinner. And I was too stimulated to go to sleep. So I'm kind of suffering from not getting enough sleep, and I need to be at a podcast event today and tomorrow down in DC. So I'm going to be inside all kinds of commercialized energy, as well as people from all over gathered. So the energies, so I have to align myself and zip it up a little more carefully today, because I'm going to be in the masses of mass energetics, all doing energetic bumper cars. So I just want to make sure that I align myself appropriately so I can maintain a steady speed so that my body can regulate without it going into overload and then taking me down, and I'm not present and fully conscious and paying attention to some of the things that I would like to take in and that I paid to take in. All right. So much love, everybody. So much love. You've got this. Go back and listen to how you can visually be wherever you need to be to get yourself in a space connected to Mother Earth. Another thing that's coming up is if you can walk or even look out your windows and see the trees, connect with those trees. Tell them how beautiful they are. And even though you may have a big closed window wall between you, exchange breath with them, because it can be done, because air is everywhere. So the air that might be coming through the vents, where you might be physically located, ask for it to be a beautiful breeze in the trees, exchange with you so that you're getting a higher octane of oxygen, and you're giving them a higher octane of carbon dioxide. Yes, it's carbon dioxide. So you're feeding them high quality and they're feeding you high quality. All right? And this is also going to allow you to expand your lungs. Okay? All right. Like, subscribe, and share. Please, please leave me a comment. Share this, because so many people need to hear this video. They do. All right, bye.